Internet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck. Hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack. Starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack. Produced by Barry Laminack. Directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack. Featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack, and thank you guys for being here. Today is Monday, November 3rd. I almost said October. 2025 is episode number 1002 of this little program. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the program. I'm not going to rant. I'm not going to get angry. Two things. One, I had a really cool meeting today, partially while I'm late. Repex that haven't been here for a while, but goddamn. Yeah. Well, welcome back, Repex. Lurk on the road to test for training for the week. Well, good job, Alex. Good for you for training. I always do that. There we go. Oh, Donna. Thank you for resubscribing for 19 months for 42 months. And PP Dubs resubscribed for 42 months with Prime. Thank you, buddy. So, good news, bad news. Good news. Your boy had a really productive, albeit a little long meeting today. Working on a brand deal. Repack said crazy animations for the intro. I didn't do it. Just it's a... Well, I kind of did it, but not completely. But working with a company that I will be, this is really cool, but there's some others involved in it too. It's not just me, but I will be doing live streaming, kind of like the Home Shopping Network or QVC. For a brand. I'm not going to say the brand yet. The shit hasn't popped off. Cece's mad at Jeff Bell. But it could be really cool. It's going to be a good experience. But basically, I go live for 2 hours. Not here. At their place. They have a studio. And basically just talk about their products and interact with people that are watching. I get paid for each hour that I'm there plus sales commission. So pretty cool little deal. But that's partly why I was so tardy to the show. We were supposed to meet from 2:30 to 3, and then I was going to go live. And we met from 2:30 to 3:30 instead. And I was like, well, this is good. Daddy can make a little extra money. So I didn't want to cut him off and be like, no, go fuck yourself. I got to go. So that's a cool thing that I'm going to get to do. I'm picking up the product this week. And then we'll see when exactly they wanted me to do one Friday, but I was like, no, I'm in San Antonio doing a gig. Can't do it Friday. But I'll be able to tell you more about the product and everything once I have it in my hands and everything is finalized. So pretty cool, pretty neat little deal. First time I've ever done something like that where I'm live. Just hawking merch. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. You know, I mean, what the hell? Got 2 emails from YouTube. One telling me that episode number 8 can't be monetized because of a audio video thing. I'm like, you're going back to episode 8? You think anybody's watching that? I mean, it was Juggalo Trey. That's crazy. And not just that, but also episode 829. They just randomly scan shit, I guess, and people, whatever. I guess they upload shit to the content thing, and then it scans and finds videos that have it. Who knows? Whatever. Also, if the show seems off today, none of my equipment that is USB besides the mixer is working. Oh, no shit. Mike Rowe got his start on QVC way back in the man. I had no idea, Joe Pro. That's interesting.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, Jen. Hey. What's up, Jen? Is that a hype train? Holy shit, we got a hype train. Oh, I can't fire it off because nothing fucking works. I don't know why either. It's really aggravating. Because I had made this new, let me see if I can show you. So this is my Stream Deck. This is just a prototype. But this was the old, I had 3D printed these things to hold my stuff, right? So this was the old one. It's very steep though. And I didn't like the way that it came out. And this is somebody else's design, and you can see the cover in there, like the crease down the middle. So you have to slide these two together around it, and it just wasn't my jam. I didn't like the way it looked, so I designed my own. You can see it's all one piece. Now, this does have plugs for wires. You can see there's a plug. I got to work on the fit. But I liked this better because there's no creases. And it's going to be black. This is just the prototype. But you can see how, look at that fit. Look at that fit. Oh my God. So I designed my own. But for some reason, okay. Didn't mean to do that. Some reason my shit is not working. Neither one of those work. So who knows? It's Hawking merch, isn't it? Not Hawking. Isn't it? Oh, okay. I don't know. Hawking. I don't know. Either way, I guess. Hawking merch. Selling. We'll just make it easier. So I don't know what's going on. Oops, hold on. Okay. Sorry. Has something else related to this weekend in San Antonio. Anyway, so that'll be cool. I'm looking forward to that. Sorry for everything's gonna be weird today just because of the technical, not having any of my equipment work. So that's where we're at. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you and the kiddos got a lot of candy. Once again, we did not set up shop because this neighborhood is stupid and they do Halloween a really weird way. So I'm like, I'm not doing all that. Plus, fuck them kids. No. Most of y'all's kids are fat and have diabetes anyways. And just look at it this way. I saved their foot is how I see it. Okay? So if you want to get mad at me for not passing out candy to your fat ass little badass kids, whatever. I don't give a shit. Fuck them kids. Fuck you too. You go buy them some candy. I feel better. That's the whole reason I didn't have kids. So I ain't got to feed them little hoes. That's on you. Tony said had some rude kids, wanted more than the handful I gave them, told them to keep it moving. See, that's the other thing. Kids are rude as fuck. They're rude. They come up, they talk shit, and Total said that's what eggs are for. You give them eggs? I think it was PB Dubs that said he was going to pass out right when we were going off air last week. He says he's going to pass out Chick-fil-A packets of ketchup. 90% of them were nice and thankful. Okay. Well, whatever. Joe Bro said odd. What's odd? What's odd, Joe Bro? Let's say hey to everybody in the chat. Let's see who's here so far. Rudy Rod is on YouTube along with AJB. And I saw Total Dallas was over there. So that's cool. I see 5 people over there, but 3 are chatting. So there's that. On Twitch, we got the Jet in early. What up, Jet? CC. Stupid Texans. That sucks. Repax was in. That's dope. Alex Villanueva. Jeff Bell. Who else? Joe Pro, Uriel Villanueva, Tony the Handsome, and Nightbot, Raggedy Bitch is here. Joe Pro said, oddly, I had 0 trick-or-treaters. Tony said, no bears, squirrels, or eagles? Like the rabbit and the bobcat didn't trick-or-treat you? That's crazy. Oh, Total Dallas said, for your house, the eggs. Oh, I thought you meant give eggs to kids. That would be different. I should just go in the pantry next year and just get a bunch of random shit out and record it and see what they do. Be like, Mom, what is marinara sauce? Take it. I should just give them leftovers. Just have like a casserole and just scoop it out right in their bag. Oh my God. Donna said protein bars would be good. That's hilarious. But wouldn't it be great if you just had leftovers? You just opening it up Tupperware when they walk up, just scoop it out just right in the bag. That would be hilarious. I need to make that a video. That would be a great video. I'm just going to email it to myself. That'll be faster. I was going to make notes and shit. Yeah, I can do that. Why not? No, not a pin. That's a pin. Halloween sketch, not skit. That would be funny. Ramen noodles were a hit, but that's due to K-pop Demon Hunters. That's funny. Candy apples is an all-timer. Interesting. Uh-oh. Joe Bro said there's a hawk hanging around trying to eat my rabbits. Might be a juvenile eagle. Those are the worst. Juvenile eagles. Fuck them eagles. Sorry. Okay. It's a movie, Joe Pro. All the kids love it. I really like it too. I've only watched the one Disney movie now. That was it. All right, let's get to some stuff. Let's do some headlines. Oh, fuck. God damn it. The button doesn't work. I don't even know how to launch it now. Fuck. Where's my headlines at? I don't know if this is going to work now. I don't know. Let's try it. Here we go. Let's do some headlines. Here's your sports headlines for the day. Some info out about MLB free agents. One note or name you'll definitely be interested in, Alex Bregman, along with Cody Bellinger and Edwin Diaz, are among the players that have opted out of their contracts and will become free agents. So, does Bregman become a short-term Red Sox? We don't know. It says Bregman's, as expected, decided to forego the final 2 seasons of a 3-year, $120 million deal with the Red Sox and will be entering free agency. Bregman, 31, got off to a fast start before suffering a quad injury that sidelined him from May through July. He finished the season 273-18 with 62 RBIs. He started 299, 11 home runs, 35 RBIs. So, it says more than 140 players have become free agents in the 2 days following the World Series. Bellinger declined his $25 million option. He topped the list in 2025 WAR and hit 302 with 18 home runs. Diaz turned down the 2-year, $37 million option on his deal. 28 saves, 168 ERA, 98 strikeouts. Padres closer Robert Suarez declined his 2-year, $60 million deal. Michael King. Michael Lorenzen. So I think what a good exercise might be is let's run to Spotrac. Let's look at all the free agents. MLB free agents. They got it right up front. There we go. And Chrome resize. This one works. I don't know why this one doesn't work. My small little Stream Deck works. The big one doesn't. It's the damnedest thing. Here at the old folks home, we passed out small bottles of liquor to each other. CC. Joe Bro said Eagles taste like a cross between duck and chicken, allegedly. They ain't nothing but buzzards with nicer clothes. That's funny. Here we go. All right, here's all your free agents and their market value over there. So Bregman, Pete Alonso, Cody Bellinger, Jordan Montgomery, Trevor Story has an opt-out of his contract. So Boston could lose both Story and Bregman. Not lose, but they'll be free agents, so now they'll have to compete. JT Real Muto, Nick Martinez, Chris Bassett, Salvador Perez, Edwin Diaz, Kyle Schwarber, Starling Marte, Lucas Giolito, Chris Sale, Framba. There's your first Astro, Framber Valdez, Mike McCullis.
Heck yeah!
Heartthrob, not Rob. Thank you for resubscribing for 39 months, buddy. Jock Peterson, Jack Flaherty, Reese Hoskins, Frankie Montias, Michael Conforto, Kyle Tucker has opted for free agency. Suck it, nerd. Tyler O'Neill. Let's see. Any other Astros on this list yet? I guess filter it. Let's see. All teams. Houston. There you go. Framber Valdez, Victor Caratini, Brendan Rodgers, and Hector Neris. Framber's market value, $33.3 million. Woo! That's a lot. I don't know if he's going to get it, but that's a lot. I mean, if we sort this table by market value, now you see why the Astros are moving them. Kyle Tucker's market value is $40 million. Framber Valdez's is $33. You can't keep up with that. Can't keep up with that. Bo Bichette's an unrestricted free agent. So, there's your, look. And to me, one of the things the Astros might do is you could see them trying to get better. I could see them trading somebody like, oh my God, why am I blanking on his name? Oh, Jesus. Bring Caratini back. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. They might, why am I blanking on the other catcher's name? Jesus Christ. Now I gotta go look it up. This is ridiculous. Who's the Astros' other catcher's name? I cannot think of it. It's like on the tip of my tongue. Jesus Christ. Somebody in the chat will say it, so I don't have to. Diaz, thank you. Thank you. Jesus. I get brain farts like crazy. But I could see them shopping Diaz. I could see that. I could totally see them putting him in the market. Oh my God. Oh, this has a little go button on it. I didn't know that. Oh, that's cool. And a cut. Okay. That'll make my life easier. Donna's lover. Donna, that's your lover? But I could see them shopping him and just seeing part of the reason why is I think like obviously they don't have a backup right now, but his offense declined pretty significantly. They fired their catching coach because his defense was bad. So I could see potentially them going after one of these free agent catchers because you move Yainer Diaz, you get some prospects or maybe some pitching help or whatever, and then you can sign a lot of these different catchers that you see here. Like I said, JT Realmuto, probably not. It just depends on the money, right? Because the one thing you do like about Yainer Diaz is how much arbitration he has left. And team control, I should say. Not arbitration, but team control. But if you don't like the direction, then now's the chance, right? Now's the chance. So, and you can still get, good quality out there. I mean, I wouldn't sign Salvador Perez if he becomes a free agent. He's 35. That's not too bad. I thought he was older. Yeah, that's not too bad. But there is some opportunity to get better at the position. But the problem is it's a pretty decent value. If you can figure out maybe, other positions that you are lacking in, if he becomes, maybe one of your worst or not so great hitters in the lineup, that's pretty good overall. But Yainer, I could see as a name that they at least explore. Perry said, wait, I love Yainer. Yeah, I don't hate him for sure. He's a ton of potential and whatnot. But you just gotta, sometimes you gotta make moves and get better. And catching was a deficiency for this team, especially defensively. And I think if we look at, catcher defense, MLB 2025. I want to see their pop time too. It doesn't have pop time on it though, I don't believe. No, it doesn't. Nope, does not have pop time. So pop time is just how long it takes them to throw get the ball to second base on when somebody is stealing. But just looking at, that's National League. Let's do all of MLB. There we go. Yiner ranked 13th in D-WAR, defensive WAR. So, and that's better than I thought it would be. JT Realmuto was third. So that's why I say you can obviously get better there. Plus, he's, probably a better hitter. Let's see what he did last year. See, I didn't even hear that go off. What the fuck? Yeah, he hit 257, 12 home runs, 52 RBIs. What did Yiner do? He hit 256 with 20 and 70. That's actually not bad. Same OPS. But you would be much better defensively. Much better. So it just depends on what you're interested in. You know what I mean? If you want to get better defensively up the middle, I mean, you don't lose much production, but you get better defensively. So just depends. I don't know. We'll see. But I found it interesting. Are y'all hearing that go across, by the way? Oh, it's not making the noise at all, is it? Damn it. Damn it to heck. You know what I bet it is? That's because I updated the software. Son of a bitch. All right, well. Let's talk a little bit. No, what up, Big Stout? No, you haven't missed the Jaden Daniels injury. Do you talk about discussion about it? Okay, so no whoosh is happening. Great. No, you hadn't. I just wanted to get to that first headline. And now the second one is resub didn't fire off either. That's weird. It showed it, but it didn't. You didn't see it, right? And by the way, thank y'all for the hype train level 163%, 2 subs. Man, I'm gonna disagree here, but I think he's just doing it to take the blame. But if you didn't see last night, Jaden Daniels got injured. I don't know. Did he break his arm? Was it what did they say it was? They're waiting on further testing, but they know it's going to knock him out for a while for sure. X-rays showed no fracture, so probably a terrible dislocation maybe. I don't know. Suffered the injury in his non-throwing elbow with 7:39 remaining in the fourth quarter of a 38-14 loss. He was sacked on a scramble at the Seahawks 4-yard line with the Commanders trailing 38-7 at the time. So, okay, I thought the score was different. Yeah, 38-7 is egregious. That's egregious. Washington also lost 2 more players to injuries. Marshawn Lattimore tore his ACL, and Luke McCaffrey fractured his collarbone. Both out for the season. Jeez. Washington won't be signing another quarterback at this time. Mariota will start in place of Daniels. Josh Johnson's the backup. Sam Hartman's on the practice squad. I thought it was 28-14 for some reason, or 28-7 with like 8 minutes left. 28-7 with 8 minutes left. I was of the opinion you didn't necessarily need to take him out. 38-7, it's over. You know, so I didn't realize. I thought it was 28-7. So my whole thing was going to be down 3 scores with 8 minutes. A lot can happen. Now, that Seattle defense, the likelihood of coming back is going to be difficult and yada, yada. But 38-7 is a blowout. The only thing that I will say. Yeah, Alex said, why was he in there with that score? Geez. Here's the thing. We've seen this a million times where, guys are playing in a blowout like that. So a couple things. To play devil's advocate just for a moment, because that was my plan. Part of my argument was, if it's 28-7 with 8 minutes left, you still have time to come back. If Patrick Mahomes can score in 13 seconds, I mean, Jaden Daniels is good enough. He's no Patrick Mahomes, but he's one of the upper echelon, I won't say elite, but upper echelon quarterbacks. 38-7, it's a moot point. They're not coming back from that with 8 minutes. You got to get 4 touchdowns and a field goal. 5 scores in 8 minutes? No. 3 scores, maybe. But the other thing the other part of the argument that I was going to make and still make is this. He's still young. He's still learning the position and the league. There's something to be said for taking advantage of those reps, letting him run the 2-minute offense or 4-minute offense over and over to end the game, just to get that experience, just to feel it. Just not that he, is a bum or some new rook or anything like that. It's only his second season. And he hasn't played a ton this season because of injury. So he's played in how many games? Let's see. Damn it. I hate this so much. Oh my God. ESPN's more button is fucked if your window's too small. He has played in 6 games this year. And we're into week 9. So he's missed a couple. How many have they played now? Yeah, they're 3-6. So he's missed 3 games. 3 games. And then what I said, he played in 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and they're 2-4 in those. Obviously didn't finish the Seattle game, but and he wasn't having a great year. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. He's completing 62% of his passes. He had 2 good games that they lost, both Chicago, as far as pass completion, Chicago and Seattle. But this is also a team that's had a ton of injuries. But I think a guy that's 6 games this year, how many did he play in last year? Did he play in all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, he played in all 17 last year. So 23 games total. That's not a lot. So that's the only case that I could make for leaving him in. Just go get some more seasoning. Get some seasoning running the 2-minute offense every possession for the remainder of the game. And that will help him in his career. But it's a risk. It's a gamble. Yeah. And is that going to get Dan Quinn fired? I don't know. They've not been good this year, but they've also, like I said, they've had a ton of injuries. But that said, ask Kyle Shanahan about injuries. There's no excuses for him. So, what you gonna do? Let me see. Oh. Yeah. Okay. That was it. Uh-oh. What the shit? Hush. So here's the thing. Yeah, that score that time, you definitely got to take him out. But we see this a lot where, especially with young quarterbacks, they're just in and you're just getting them reps. Football's dangerous. It's a scary sport to begin with. Injuries are going to happen. He definitely should have been out, but there's that case to be made. So I'll just leave it at that. We do have to discuss the World Series a little bit. That was a fun series. That was a hell of a series. And the Blue Jays were a lot more game than I thought they would be. I thought, look, the Blue Jays are cute. What a nice little. They're Canadian. They don't know shit about baseball. If this was a curling World Series, Toronto in 4. I realize most of their players are not from Canada. That's beside the point. Okay? I just thought LA was the better team. Lineup wise, pitching wise. Turns out LA's pitching wasn't good. Just one guy. Yamamoto was the man. That's crazy. Behan said Dodgers will win the next 4 World Series. Well, if they got pushed to the brink like that by Toronto, who I don't even think, I guess you could make the case they were the best team in the American League. I just don't know if that's really true, despite their record and whatnot. Toronto choked and needs to take. That's funny. Raptors suck ass. That's why we hadn't seen Mines. They won their first 2 games. Mines comes in with his fucking chest all puffed out, and they hadn't done shit since. Hilarious. But I honestly thought the Dodgers were the better team. Yeah, Behan is saying dynasty. Why are you saying dynasty? Because they won back-to-back World Series? I mean, yeah. That's twice. Don't say it again. Yeah, true. Don't say it one more time. He'll be here. The last time Canada knew anything, a possible World Series, the Montreal Expos had the best record in baseball before the '94 strike. I know. Expos were like my favorite non-Houston team in baseball for a long while. But yeah, look, Dodgers have some guys. I think Mookie Betts has 4 World Series rings now, the most of any active player. But Will Smith has played in like the last 6 World Series. Will Smith World Series appearances. Because he was with the Astros. Let's see. Oh, they have, I get it. So Will Smith, that's what it was. Will Smith has been in the last 6 World Series. Yeah. 3 with the Dodgers, and then reliever Will Smith was, so from 2020 to 2025, there's been a Will Smith in the World Series. That's what it was. Dodgers catcher has won 3 World Series, 2020, 2024, and 2025. And then relief pitcher Will Smith has been to the 2021, 2022, and 2023. 2021 with the Braves, 22 with the Astros, 23 with the Rangers. So there's been a Will Smith in the World Series the last 6 years, and none of them slapped anybody, which is very disappointing. Very disappointing. Not one of them slapped anybody. Come on. Dub said they bought back-to-back World Series. Well, It's the best dynasty money can buy. Look, it's they're playing by the rules. And the rules are there are no rules. There's luxury tax, but if you want to pay it, pay it. That's the unfortunate part. Like, if they're your team, you don't give a shit. You know? Like, I'm not gonna, I get the argument, like, best, and if there was a Dodgers fan that was talking shit to me, I'd probably say it. Fact of the matter is, until they fix that, it's the haves versus the have-nots in baseball. Even though Toronto's not a big money team and pushed them to the brink. A Dodger friend of mine who still hasn't paid his bet from the 2017 World Series said something that I thought was pretty accurate. He said, look, if you're a Dodgers fan, or no, if you're not a Dodgers fan, it's one of two things. It's either they won because it was all the money they spent. Or if they don't win, it's like, how do you spend all that money and not win? He's like, no matter what, if you're not a Dodgers fan, you're going to have an excuse or talk shit. And that's pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate. So, Justin Swifford, hey, what's a groovy gang? Hey, told Dallas your profile pic sucks. He's like, yes, it does. Joe Pro said LA is buying a dynasty versus the Rangers renting a ring. Wow. Factual. But hey, what up, Walt? But look, man. Baseball is what baseball is. There are plenty of small to medium-sized market teams that continue to do well. I mean, the Astros aren't a big market team. They're top 10 in revenue every year, but they're not the Dodgers or the Cubs or the Yankees or the Red Sox or the Angels, for that matter, who have a ton of money. Look what they've done. It's playing by the rules. B. Hanna said, I thought Trump was going to have 2 Canadian teams win in his administration. He'd have been pissed. Oh, he'd have been pissed. You know that. But look, my thoughts on it are the Dodgers got pushed to the brink. And you can say what you want about what they spent, but it's not like they just ran roughshod through baseball. The Padres for a while put a scare into them as far as just winning the division. So they have the best player in the universe to have ever played the game. And they have a hell of a lineup and some really good players. But I mean, right now, do you say Yamamoto's the best pitcher in baseball? Jeez. He was in the postseason, that's for sure. So, yeah, I mean, look. Give credit where credit is due. And I don't even like the Dodgers. But they're playing by the rules. They're not cheating. They're not the Clippers paying people under the table because they don't have to. So, let's see. What was tonight, real fast, just on the Monday Night Football front. Hey, appreciate you, big homie. Much love to you, AR Platinum. Much love to you, man. Hard Top said it was a fun series, but you can't leave the bases loaded with one out and the heart of the lineup coming up and not push at least one run across. That's the thing, is they had plenty of opportunity. I mean, the Blue Jays, I saw some dude breaking down, what was it, IKF, Kiner Falafel. And they said he made a base running error that cost him the game when he got thrown out at home. The bases loaded. But it was one out, and he was making the point that, you know, the guy that said it was like, you got to at least get a lead as big as whoever was playing third base. You can get at least a lead that big. And it was like, well, his point was, yeah, I didn't want to get doubled off. I was worried about the back pick from the catcher. I was worried about getting picked off. There's a lot that goes into it. I mean, he got thrown out by one step, right? Hey, like that's baseball. I'm not going to sit there and say that he cost them the game. There's a lot of bullshit that goes on in a game. No one thing. And, you know, if he gets picked off, then everybody's mad at him. Why do you take that big of a lead with one out? All you need is a sac fly to score a run. You don't have to get that big of a lead. Exactly. So you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's sports, though. No matter what, if you're on the wrong end of it, everyone's going to second guess you. Because, look, if Jaden Daniels doesn't get hurt, are we even talking about Dan Quinn? No, they just got blown out. That's it. That's it. And usually you don't pull the quarterback until, 5 minutes left or less? Maybe he was going to pull him next series. Who knows? Oh, the catcher had the luckiest backstep on the plate. Yeah, no shit. Barely on there. Barely. So close. Tonight, just a FYI, Cowboys and Cardinals, Monday Night Football. Monday Night Foosball. So don't forget to set your lineups if you need it. Dallas is favored by 3.5. Over-under is 54.5. Dallas opened as a 2.5 point favorite. According to ESPN, let's see. Well, all the experts are on Dallas giving the points. 3 are taking the under, 1's taking the over. So there you go. Wanted to see what the matchup predictor says. CC said, go Cowboys, please. So CC, is the bet either the Cowboys win or the Broncos lose and you get to change it, or the Broncos have to lose? Because they didn't do you any favors. Here we go. Matchup predictor. Oh, Broncos lose. Ugh. You could be in there for a while. Matchup predictor says Cowboys 66.6% chance of winning. So looking good. Looking good. Boy, I'm getting my ass whooped by Rev House in fantasy. Jeez. Oh, I'm done. I got no players left. And he still has the Dallas defense. Oh, maybe he could lose 10 points and I'll win. That would be hilarious. Hilarious. Boy, who didn't do me any favors? Oh, I gotta look at it later. Broncos lose. Raiders are next. Yeah. CC, you like I said, you might. Let's look at I think we looked once already, but let's check their full schedule for you one more time. Let's see here. Denver schedule. Let's not talk about fantasy. Just cancel until next week. Nope. Here's Denver's full schedule. So we can see when Total Dallas and CC might get to change. All right, they got Vegas and then KC, and that could be the one. Then a bye week. So if they don't beat KC, CC's got this all the way through the end of the month, because they'll probably beat Washington without Jaden Daniels. Then Vegas again, and then Green. So it could be all the way to December 15th. If they beat KC, could be December 15th. Boy, that would suck. Because then they got Green Bay, Jacksonville, KC, and the Chargers again. They'll lose somewhere in there, but damn, that's a whole season. CC's kicking my booty this week in fantasy. Yeah, she whooped my ass too. Don't worry. So, yep, you got at least one more week. If not 6. It's either going to be one more week or 6. Yeah. 1 or 6. One of the two. I think they can beat KC. Listen, KC didn't look good against Buffalo. CZ said this new profile pic is screwing up my swipers. No one wants to swipe right on a Bronco fan. Yeah, you have this on everything? What the heck? Flip said they'll find a way to lose. I don't know. They didn't find a way to lose against the Texans, and they had ample opportunity. So, I don't know about that. So the Broncos win out and the Super Bowl, it stays until next season. Pretty much. If they win out, yeah, CC can't change it until next season. That's hilarious. My God, that would be funny. They've only lost twice. They lost to Indy early in the season by a point. Here, look. And to the Chargers by a field goal. I'm guessing that had to have been like last second. Were those both like last second? Let's see. Let's see. Scoring plays. Man, look at that. The defense just gave up 2 field goals in the fourth quarter. Yep, no time left. So they lose on a game-winning, a walk-off field goal. Okay, I didn't really need the replay there, bud. And then the Chargers was also a walk-off. Damn. So their 2 losses were walk-off field goals. What the hell? Man, get that shit out of here. Everything else, yeah, I mean, damn, they barely beat the Jets, though. But this is not a murderer's row of a schedule either. Tennessee sucks. The 2 teams that, well, they beat Philly.
Heck yeah!
Hey, Dre! Thank you for resubscribing for 30 months, 34 months for 40 months. Much love, homie. Fucks the Dodgers. Yep. We already talked about it. Second time I've ever broke 80, but I'm staying below 85 all the time. Nice. Where'd you play? Oh, shot a 79 on Sunday? That's crazy. That's hella good. Chargers had a game-winning drive. Well, so did Indy. So, yeah. But, I mean, the rest, Tennessee, not good. Cincy, not good. Philly was a good win, but that was, I think, when Philly was still struggling to find themselves. Jets, they barely won. Giants was a good win because that was before Scatterbo got hurt. Dallas and Houston. Houston, I think if C.J. Stroud is playing South Shore Harbor, oh, nice. If C.J. Stroud plays in this game, I feel like the Texans at least convert one of those field goals for a touchdown. Not all of them. Let's not get it twisted. But, I mean, Davis Mills was just absolutely atrocious. Davis Mills was 17 of 30 for 137 yards. That's crazy. That's just bad. The CJ was 6 of 10 for 79 yards. I mean, he was already sacked twice. It was going to be a long day, but it was going to be a defensive struggle for like it was anyways. Why can't the Texans run the tush push? He's too small. Yeah. But just unfortunate. Listen, when it's not your year, it's not your year. They're 3-5. They ain't coming back. I have an event tonight at the Decoy on Wit. Y'all can all come. Oh, nice, CC. Have fun. Are you wearing a Broncos jersey? Oh, boy. Yeah, we'll break down more NFL tomorrow, but I just wanted to get that. Herbert and Allen get it every time. Never mind. Uber's 15 minutes away. Y'all are stuck with me. Yeah, well, that's good. That'll take us to the end of the show. Perfect. I got new transitions Slide. Oh, boy. Alpha Fade. What? Then, of course, there's the trusty old Cube Zoom. Love it. Yeah, let's talk a little college football, though. We definitely need to get to that. Get into that discussion. Oh, Mavs and Rockets play tonight, too. That should be fun. That should be a good little tussle. That is tonight, right? Isn't that tonight? Tonight. 75 Court Jester said it's not that expensive. Oh, I pay $700 a month? Yo, that's crazy. Less than a car payment. What kind of car you drive? Jesus. That's wild. What kind of car? Less than a car? Man, we ain't got no car. Of course, we put quite a bit down. But damn. Cece said, are you my father? Cece's working it. Work it, Cece, work it. All right, here is an updated injury list. Let me pull up the college football scores so we can pay cash, no car payments. Oh, excuse me, fancy pants. Excuse me. Hey, you save quite a bit of money and interest. That's for sure. B, did you see the Contemporary Baseball Era Hall of Fame ballot that got released today? No, I did not. Let's see. I won't be able to open it on the New York Times. Here we go. Shush. Let's see. Boop. Let's go with Alpha Fade. Ooh, fancy pants. Here it is. The Carlos Delgado among adds to a Hall of Fame Contemporary Era ballot. Bonds, Clemens, Don Mattingly, Dale Murphy were held over on the Hall of Fame's Contemporary Baseball Era committee ballot and will be joined next month by Carlos Delgado, Jeff Kent, Gary Sheffield, and Fernando Valenzuela. Albert Bell, Rafael Palmeiro, and Kurt Schilling were dropped after appearing on the previous Contemporary Era ballot in 22, when Fred McGriff was unanimously elected with 16 votes. Mattingly received 8, Schilling 7, Murphy 6, Bell, Bonds, Clemens, Palmeiro less than 4. Says the Hall in 2022 restructured its veterans committees for the third time in 12 years, setting up panels to consider the Contemporary Era from 80 on, as well as the Classic Era. Kind of weird. Under a change announced by the Hall last March, any candidate on the ballot who receives fewer than 5 votes will not be eligible for that committee's ballot during the next 3-year cycle. A candidate who is dropped later reappears on a ballot and again receives fewer than 5 votes will be barred from future ballot appearances. Interesting. Bonds and Clemens fell short in 22 in their 10th and final appearance on the Baseball Writers Association of America ballot. Bonds received 66%, Clemens 65%, Sheffield 63%. So you have to have 289 votes. And everybody was short. So, look, where's the full... Do they not have it? I would like to just see a photo of it. Hearttop, you said you put it on Discord? Oh, by the way, for those of you that are Patreon members, and I can't put up the stupid link or anything. Speaking of the Discord, I did finally get around to uploading the corrected and fixed Roast of ESPN 97.5. So, you can go and watch it if you weren't able to go to the listener party. It's live and online inside of Patreon. I posted the link in the Discord to get to it. Or you just open up your Patreon act and you're good to go. Here we go. Open image in new tab. There we go. Temporary baseball ballot. Bonds, Clemens, Delgado, Kent, Mattingly, Murphy, Sheffield, Valenzuela. I'll tell you who has the best chances of getting on there. Mattingly, Murphy, and Valenzuela. I just don't think the steroid era guys are going to get the love that they should, which is still crazy to me because Bonds is one of the best, if not the best hitter of all time. But can we talk for what is this? Oh, wow. That is crazy. That's an interesting. It used to be the Texans field. I'll put this on the screen here in just a second. But can we vote on the baseball writers? Yeah, no shit. That's the thing. These writers are trash. And yes, Joe Pro, that is correct. Joe Pro said so. MLB writers are just writing new rules so they can continue to be old head a-holes. Yep, pretty much. Baseball's maneuvering it to fit their narratives, so to speak. But I think you'll Mattingly, Murphy. I think Valenzuela for sure. Mattingly finally got him he had the World Series appearance. He's had a couple now, I guess. But I could see Valenzuela and, I mean, Dale Murphy his numbers aren't great, but man, he was a staple in Atlanta. What does his numbers look like? Career-wise? Oh, wait, hold on. Baseball Reference. Here's his career numbers. 7,000 at-bats, 211 home runs, 2,111 hits, 398 home runs. He hit 265. Like, they're not super sexy. He was a 7-time All-Star, 5-time Gold Glove, 2-time MVP. Let's see if we go to... By the way, Captain Pope, thank you for the 300 bits! Let's see. I wanted stats. Okay, well, that's just too much. Yeah, that's too much. It's too much to find. Captain Pope said, Yo, Barry, is the official start time for the show 2 or 3 currently? Also, does anyone under the age of 60 like falling back an hour? It's not even 5 and the sun is going down. Yeah, good points. We'll get to those. 75 Court Jester said, fuck the time change. We talking about Hall of Fame, not the Hall of Good. Yeah. I'd be willing to bet you there's guys in the Hall of Fame that have worse numbers than Dale Murphy. I mean, Fernando Valenzuela for a while was the talk of baseball. I think he should be in. But let's see. Where is the... Oh, this is just too frickin'... Yeah, I can't find it. Stat head. Oh, that's the... Let me pull this out here. Let's see. Players. Mother... Recently deceased. Nope. I want players. Oh, Jesus Christ. Season. Here we go. Leaders. Finally. Shit. MLB leaders. That's all pitching. Let me see. Full index. Nope. Close. Oh, that's just 2025. I want all time, bitch. Here we go. Career hits, home runs, and RBIs. Let's just see where he stacks up here. Here is career hits. Dale Murphy sits. He had 21. Oh, shit. That's way down here. There you go. 232 in hits. Not good. Not good. What is this? Home runs. He had what? How many did we say he had? $398. So he is 62nd all time. And then RBIs. He had 1266. That is good for 133rd all time. That's more than Bernie Williams. Let's see. How do they designate Hall of Famers on here? Oh, the plus sign. Gotcha. Okay. So is there anybody past that? Let's see. Yep. Edgar Martinez is in the Hall. And he was a fucking DH. Zach Wheat. Bobby Dorr. Frankie Frisch. Bill Dickey. Yeah. See, I mean, there's guys that are past him. Here you go. This is home runs. Johnny Bench had less home runs. Harold Baines, Larry Walker had less home runs. And Larry Walker got to play in Colorado. Jim Rice. Gil Hodges. Todd Helton had less home runs. And Ralph Kiner. What is Todd Helton's career numbers? Todd Helton's career numbers. He had 2,500 hits. Okay. Yep, that's better than Dale. Oops. Shit, wrong one. Here we go. Put these side by side. So Dale Murphy had 2,100 hits. Todd Helton had 2,500. He had a 316 batting average, though. Murphy only hit 265. 1,400 RBIs versus 1,200, but also Dale Murphy didn't get to play in Coors. Todd scored 1,400 runs. Murphy scored 1,200. Essentially, stolen bases. Dale stole 161. They had about the same amount of plate appearances. Literally off by 2. So, but that was back when ballparks were bigger. Hey, what up, Cisco? You're never late when you're here. He's only up again because he died. Who? No. Yeah. 75 Court Jester says, see, Harold Baines is in the Hall of Fame, but no Barry Bonds. I know. Yeah, Fernando will get in for the publicity, but I think people kind of have a soft spot for him too, and what he accomplished. How old was he when he came into the league? Like 18 or something like that? He was super young and dominant. So there you go. I don't know. What are Mattingly's baseball numbers? Let's see. Don Mattingly. Because he might be the one that's forgotten in all of this. Here's Mattingly's career numbers. 222 home runs. Well, that's way worse. 307 batting average. 1,099 RBIs. Nah. That just ain't going to get it. 2,100 hits. Yeah, Dale Murphy, 2 home runs away from 400. That really sucks. Mattingly was a Yankee, so he got hyped up a lot. But let's see. Fernando Valenzuela. Here's his pitching numbers. He had 173 wins, a 3.54 ERA, a 41.4 WAR. Batting leads WAR was a 42. Dale Murphy's was a 46. And then Todd Helton's was a 61, just for reference. Yeah, I mean, you could see, like, he came in the league in 1980. Oh, he was born in 60, so he was 20, not 18. He was 20. But man, a 20-year-old back then. And he led the league in a lot of categories in his second season. Innings pitched, complete games, shutouts. That's what I think they consider his rookie year was 1981. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that was considered his rookie year. Let's see. He probably won Rookie of the Year that year. Yep. Won the Cy Young, 5th in MVP, Rookie of the Year, and was an All-Star. And that was considered his rookie season. That was his first. That's pretty good. Led the league in strikeouts. So, yeah. Pretty dominant rookie. He was 3rd in Cy Young, 21st MVP the following year. 2nd in Cy Young in 86. I just saw the other day the media flipped out about Yamamoto complete game. Nolan Ryan had 224 complete games. Yeah, I know. That's the bad part. I don't know if Clemens will get in because he denied steroids. And Andy Pettit did not. And I think that's a differentiator. Is you don't lie about it. Just accept it, right? I think if anybody not named Valenzuela, Murphy, or Mattingly, I don't think Mattingly's getting in now that I see his numbers. Murphy and Valenzuela probably get in. Jeff Kent could. I mean, Bonds and Clemens should. Because they were dominant before the steroids. Delgado and Sheffield. I mean, Sheffield was good, really good before the steroids too, but I just don't know. Not like Bonds. Bonds was all world before then. Biana said, yeah, Clemens isn't getting in. I don't know. It was Roger's wife, remember? Yeah. Blame her. I'm sure she was like, you jackass. Hey, well, who said it a third time? Who said it a third time? Clemens was a beast in 86, but he was a bad man before the steroid era. So was Bonds. So I think that they need to take that into account. That's for sure. Mine's, what are we pausing for? It's certainly not your Raptors that you came in here talking mad shit about. They've been ass ever since. There you go. Oh, I've already given my 2 cents. We just got through talking about it. But mine said, Barry, before you give your 2 cents on the game, I just want to say I'm proud of the team, the city, and everything that they did. And you should be. You should be. And you're right. They defied the odds. I had the Dodgers winning in 5, and they took it to a game 7. Man, the Blue Jays have nothing to hang their head about. I mean, obviously you always want to win, but mine's a sad all lowercase. Did Clemens ever test positive? If I never tested positive, I'm not admitting to shit. Well, there was that report that came out that he was in. That was pretty damning. There was a lot of damning evidence. And there was a ton of ways that they would just get around the testing that made it easy to do so, which is why you can't really just go off of positive tests. Mine said, can you do a quick TLDR on what you said? I just said that the Blue Jays were better than I thought. I gave them credit for taking it 7 and pushing the Dodgers to the brink. That I thought the Dodgers were the better team all the way around. The Blue Jays were more than just scrappy. And, I mean, look how close it was. It was pretty damn close. Yeah, I had nothing but positive things to say about the Blue Jays, man. And the Dodgers. I mean, it's a fun World Series. Great World Series. Yeah, a lot of people don't test positive for drugs, but take them. Exactly. Oh, you talking about no nut November? I'm definitely not doing that. Nope. I forgot about no shave November. Damn. This is going to be a mess by the time I'm done. Mine said, if I'm being honest, I thought they were the better team in that game 7. There's look, man, baseball's weird. It's a weird sport, and sports in general are like that. Everybody makes mistakes in every game, or in most games, especially games like that. And it's just who makes the least amount, or who capitalizes or doesn't capitalize sometimes is the difference. And I think that's where you're at. And the Dodgers had a secret weapon in Yamamoto that, I mean, Blue Jays just couldn't figure him out. And I felt bad for Hoffman, but he was like, it's just one pitch is the difference. Well, yeah, that's how it works. One pitch is the difference. Mine said I have one more thing to say. Fuck Yamamoto. Fuck that guy. Well, yeah, you wouldn't be saying that if he was a Blue Jay. How does he pitch 2 days in a row? Well, some guys just aren't pussies. You can go out and pitch every day if you want. How is that allowed? What are you talking about? If they can pitch every day, that's what relievers do. They pitch back to back. It ain't shit. We'll do the NFL injury roundup tomorrow. What time is this? 5:08. Oh, yeah. Nora just buy y'all some time. She said I'm at Walmart. Here, let's take a quick gander at the foosball scoreboard. Here we go. Oh, Captain Pope, thank you for the 100 biddies. Love Roberts emptying his pitching starters in Game 7. Unlike Hinch not pitching Garrett Cole in 2019. Bro, right? That's when it's all hands on deck. That means 1, 2, and 3 on your starters, unless one of them started the game, plus setup, closer, and your best middle relief. That's probably the only ones that are seeing the field, unless it's extra innings. So, yeah, just got to deal with it. Oh, Total Downset NFL trade deadline is tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to go over that. But here is some scores from college foosball this weekend before we bounce. Shit, in the old days, you had a pitcher and he just threw complete games every day till his arm fell off. Yeah, and they called him Nolan Ryan. And his arm never fell off. Sucks for U of H and U of H fans. They had one good week in the top 25. Ohio State rolled over Penn State easily. Indiana's still rolling. 55-10 over Maryland. Georgia hung on, we'll say, to beat Florida. Ole Miss beat South Carolina. Georgia Tech lost. Said that could happen. North Carolina State beat them. Texas holds on and holds off Vanderbilt, I should say. That's a big win for them. Miami loses. Somebody called that. Somebody said SMU would beat Miami. Somebody in the chat said that. And because I said I don't look like there's a lot of upsets. I said maybe North Carolina State, Georgia Tech. But that was probably it. I think that was my Kansas State upsetting Texas Tech was, I think, the two that I picked that were possible. And somebody said, what about SMU? I was like, oh, yeah, that's probably a good one, too. So there you go. Notre Dame beat Boston College. There's the Tech score. They beat Kansas State pretty handily. Oklahoma beat Tennessee. So SEC beating up on each other. Virginia beat California. Louisville beat Virginia Tech. Utah beat Cincinnati. Big win for the Utes. Michigan beat Purdue, and USC beat Nebraska. Nebraska lost their starting quarterback in that. 75 Court Jester said Houston is not a football town. Yeah, I heard that it was lightly attended. And then I saw somebody else say, that's bullshit. I was there. It was not lightly attended. Okay. It wouldn't surprise me if it was. Let's go to the tape. Tell of the tape. Let's see the final attendance. Now, the final attendance is tickets sold, not butts and seats, just FYI. What the hell? I'm hearing music in my headphones. Okay, we need to stop this. Shush. Let's see. Hush. Nope, don't see it there. Maybe it's under box score. Well, fuck me. It's nowhere to be found. Team stats. Nope. Wait a minute. Attendance 25,049. How much does TDECU hold? How big is, or what is capacity for TDECU Stadium? TDECU Stadium has a current seating capacity of 40,000. With a master plan for future expansion up to 60. And they sold 25. Sold. Not attended. Sold. That's usually what they'll announce. Because we've all been to an Astros game where you've seen a bunch of empty seats, or the Texans, and they tell you it's sold out. A sold out crowd. Well, you may have sold all the tickets, but they didn't show up. Captain Pope, thank you for the 200 bits, sir. Captain Pope said, I see way more Astros gear in the city than Texans. I know NFL is king, but I think more of an Astros town due to recent success. Oh, 100%. 100%. And Captain Pope, thank you for the gift of sub to 75. You're a man, sir. Yeah, this is a baseball town right now. This is a baseball town. However, I think we're about to switch to a basketball town. I do. I think this is about to be a basketball town for the next several years. It'll always be a football town at heart. But what Houston really is more than anything, oh, damn it. What they are more than anything, we are a front runner town. And whoever is winning and doing well, that's what this town is. We love to say we're a football town, but if you don't win, we don't show. That's why they lost the Oilers in the first place. You dig? So, I think when you see the Rockets, who are probably going to be good for the next 3 years and contend. I mean, they finished second in the West. They've gotten better since then. Oops. I think if the Rockets go on a nice little spurt here, the Astros will probably fall off a little. Rockets go on a spurt. And that was my other half of it. B. Hannon. If U of H continues to dominate, if you've got the Cougars winning national championship in basketball, all of a sudden everybody's going to be a U of H fan. Watch. You're going to see a lot of red, a lot of Cougarum going on around town because we're bandwagon city. We're a bandwagon city through and through. And then the Rockets compete, maybe make it to a Western Conference Finals this year, maybe win it all next year with Van Vliet back. And it's possible. This becomes a basketball town overnight. Just mark my words. Clip it, mark it, put it in the books. Houston is a bandwagon front-running town. And I think now that the Astros have faltered and probably falter a little bit over the next couple of seasons, I think it's prime for the Rockets and the Cougars to overtake everybody and Next thing you know, you're seeing a lot of black and red. Are the Spurs still undefeated? Are they for real? Nope, they lost. But yes, they're for real. Because Wemby is for real. Heartthrob said OKC would like a word. Yeah, therein lies the rub, Heartthrob. Therein lies the rub. Look, it is really difficult to repeat in basketball. And just ask the teams like the Celtics, whom everybody looked at and went, oh, man, loaded. Shit happens, and shit happens quickly in the NBA. Astros Twitter will change their pronouns to Rockets Twitter. Oh, God, that's so beautiful. Joe Pro, that is so beautiful. You are 1,000% correct. Astros Twitter will change their pronouns to Rockets Twitter. Mwah. Well said, Joe Pro. Well said. Not hard to root for Kay Sampson. Yeah, he's gruff, but he kind of reminds me of like Pop or Belichick. If he's your coach, you want to root for him. And the more you kind of see them in other circumstances, the more you realize they're just gruff. Yeah, 75 Court Jester said Bulls besides the Rockets 94-95, ask them. Not if your name is Michael Jordan. Yeah, but there's no Michael Jordan in the league right now. I mean, I did see a stat where I was like, holy shit. This Wemby stat was crazy. Did I send it to myself? No, that email says, damn it, white people. Wonder what that's about. What the hell did I send myself where I said, damn it, white people? Oh, that's a funny ass video. We didn't get a chance to do videos today, but I did want to show you this. This was so, speaking of Wemby showed up to the game on Halloween. And this was his Halloween costume. Yo, this shit is so funny. Let me move this down here. Hold on. Sorry. There we go. This shit is hilarious. That's Wembanyama showing up Halloween night to play basketball in his costume. And if you don't know what that is the Dwayne Wade statue that they made. And Dwayne Wade was like, yo, what the fuck, Wemby? I mean, hilarious. There he is. What the fuck? He came as Wade's statue, which was just awful. That is so creative, man. Joe Pro is funny. Yeah. To be fair, ever since social media has been advancing, all U.S. fans are bandwagoners. A little bit. You're not wrong about that, Flip. You're not wrong about that. There are some diehards, and there are people that follow players and not teams, and that's fine. Those people suck, but that's fine. Well, let's see. Crazy Wemby stat. Go. Let's see if I can find this. Oh, where is it? I don't see it now. Damn it. It was a crazy stat, though. It's like he had more. Let's see. Wemby stats. GOAT? Here's some of it. It was like Wembanyama through his first 100 games, more points than LeBron, more blocks than Olajuwon, more made threes than Steph. It was like, what? Like, yeah, crazy. but I can't find it right now. Maybe I'll see if I can find it tonight and show you tomorrow. But what he's doing right now is unreal. It's just insane. I may have asked this before, but will IU make any noise in the playoffs this year? I tell you what, Big Stout, I wasn't a believer. I am a believer now. Indiana has made a mockery of most of the teams that they play. Will they make noise? Yeah. Will they win a national title? I don't know, but I ain't sleeping on them anymore. I'll tell you that much. That team is for real. That team is real. I think we looked once at their schedule. Let me pull it up again. Because I think, oh, there it is. Here's what they have left. They got Penn State, Wisconsin, and Purdue. They're running the table. Indiana is going to go undefeated. They're not losing those 3 games. I mean, look how they're beating people. And not just the, Kennesaw States of the world. I mean, they beat Illinois, who was ranked 9th at the time. They beat them 63-10. I mean, Iowa is going to make an ugly game out of it, but they beat Oregon 30-20. They beat Michigan State 38-13, UCLA 56-6, and now Maryland 55-10. That's crazy. And let's see. This is just the easiest way for me to find Ohio State. There we go. Here is Ohio State's schedule and what they've done. Yeah. In the Big 12. So they beat Illinois 34-16, Minnesota 42-3, Washington 24-6, Texas 14-7, and then they just beat Penn State 38-14. So they're winning just like Ohio State is. Oh, damn. Joe Alt out for the season? Ouch. They are, I mean, I bring all that up to say they're legit. They are legit. They're winning just like the best teams in football right now are winning. And we didn't even look at the top 25. We'll do that before we go. I believe the playoff, not the AP poll, but playoff poll comes out tomorrow, the first one. But here is your top 25 right now. Ohio State, Indiana, A&M, no change. Alabama, no change. Georgia, Oregon, Mississippi State, all remained 1 through 7. BYU moved up 2. Tech moved up 4. They're now number 9. Notre Dame is now number 10. Notre Dame with 2 losses is number 10 in the country. That's crazy to me. OU is 11. UVA is 12. They moved up 3. OU moved up 7 spots because of their win over Tennessee. Texas, I told you that if Texas won, they were going to jump way higher than they deserved to. Egregiously high. And there you go. They're now 13 in the country. Please. That is not the 13th best team in football. But they're now 13th in the country. Vandy fell 6 spots to number 15. Louisville moved up 2 to 14. Georgia Tech fell 8 spots. They're at 16. Utah up 7 to 17. Miami down 8 spots to number 18. Missouri is 19. USC is now 20. Michigan is still at 21. Memphis has moved up 3 spots to 22. Tennessee down to number 23. Washington moves into the top 25 at 24. Cincinnati fell 8 spots to number 25. Drop from the rankings, Houston. That's it. But yeah, Texas being that high to me is just crazy. Just crazy. Crazy. Heisman going to be a pretty weak winner. Yeah, there's nobody sexy, I don't think. Yeah, Kendall Pope said, fair to say there's no great team in college or NFL this year. I don't know, man. Indiana's kind of great, if I'm being honest. A&M seems like a complete team, and I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. But A&M defensively is one of the best defensive teams in the country. And at times, they can score with anybody. Their receivers, I mean, they're just, Marcel Reed gets a lot of credit, but Casey Concepcion and I'm drawing a blank on the other guy's name, but that's a dynamic trio right there. And they can beat you at special teams. But I'm just waiting for the Aggies to Aggie. Now that they're up to number 3 and have been there for a while, this is when they'll shit the bed. Just waiting on it. Yeah, I told Dallas at A&M last call for bandwagon. Blue Bloods lost all their depth with boosted lower teams. Yep, a lot of parity. Joe Burrow said, I was skeptical of the whole NIL thing when it started, but I'm loving the chaos. I assumed the Blue Bloods would just dominate, but I've been pleasantly surprised. Yeah, it's leveled the playing field. And this is why a lot of the bigger coaches still don't like it. They're pissed. I remember when it just used to be about the game. Oh, you mean when you had the competitive advantage? Meow, 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 sir. Sorry that everyone's got equal footing now because they have rich boosters like your school. How's that feel? Huh? Suck on that portal. Yeah, the University of Texas and the A&M game too close to this season might actually mean something. For a change, thank goodness. Any coach worth of shit is fleeing to the NFL. More roster stability. Kinda. But yeah, that A&M UT game is going to be fun. That is for damn sure. All right, let's get out of here. Let's call it. Let me see. Oh, shit, I can't play my outro. You raggedy bitch. Let's see, scenes, outro. There we go. All right. Fernando Mendoza should be the front runner for Heisman, but he only plays 3 quarters. Facts. I ain't mad at that. They said the kid from Ohio State is, but nah. I ain't mad at it.
Christina Daniel XO.
Uh-oh. Christina Daniel XO is the raid. Thank you, Flip. Thank you, Uriel. I love Tex spending money. It makes a difference. Too bad it's the Big 12. Truman is not invited to the A&M National Championship Parade. Look, I'm just being a realist. Be mad at me. I'm just a realist over here. I have supported this goddamn team since I can remember, literally since I can remember. I remember rolling around with my dad. My parents got divorced when I was 6. I remember before that rolling around with my dad in the car. So it had to be at least 5 years old. I've been following and rooting for this godforsaken Aggie team. So you can kiss my ass about the bandwagon, brother. Kiss my entire ass. Thank you, Joe Pro. I'm glad we made it too. I'm glad you made it. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy Monday Night Football. Enjoy Rockets, Mavs. And let's get back to it. I got more video goodness that we didn't get to. A bunch that we'll get to as well. So we'll do all that. That was so funny. I can't wait to watch that with y'all. You're going to love that. All right. In the meantime, do me 3 favors before I see you guys tomorrow. Be safe. Be kind. And most importantly, love each other. See ya. All right, let me get this raid ready. Raid channel. Don't go nowhere. Search. She has her feet out. I'm going to be so angry. Just 1 second. Content is intended for mature audiences. Oh, okay. Oh, she's got her feet out. How tall am I? Okay. All right. Here we go. How do you raid? Oh, start the raid. There we go. All right. Love you guys. Say hi. Be nice. Give her a follow or whatever. And I will see you guys tomorrow. The raid starts in 2, 1. Raiding now. How many we got? Do we have enough? 7. Come on, we can do more than 7. Or not. All right, here goes the raid. Daddy's making a YouTube video.